Hello again, everyone. Today I have an unboxing of a Chic Sparrow product, and this is one that I had been thinking about getting for a while, ever since it came out, and then there was a sale, so I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on it. But I'm not going to talk about it much before I open it, so I'm just going to open it up because I'm really eager to see what this looks like. All right, so there's the package. Let me make sure I get the invoice out. Okay. And then let's go ahead and slide that off. Here is the little product warranty card, and then a little sticker, which always comes with the order. And okay, so let's see. I'm a little bit nervous about this one because it is sort of custom. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at that. Although it does have a little bit of scratching already, but so this is a, it is a Darcy leather or Austen leather in the number 8 model. And I asked for the antiquing, but I asked for no cup rings and no shooting stars. So the shooting stars kind of have like a splat effect across, and then the cup rings, you know, look like cup rings. But this has the other aspects of it, which I really, really like. And then it has this antiquing around the edge, which I also really like. This is really classy. I'm really happy about this. I'm a little bummed about the scratch. I feel like that's happening a little bit more often lately. But Austen leather is very sensitive, and this might actually be a natural dent. But like I said, I mean, now that that's there, I will be a little bit more prone to using it and not worrying about, oh, see, there you go. So my fingernail just, oh, and this one's much less stiff. The snap is much less stiff than my other one. Actually, let me get that out for comparison. Sorry about that. So this is the original. Sorry, maybe can I zoom out a little bit? I don't want to zoom out too much because I have, yeah, you see my keyboard there. So this is the number 8 model in the original leather that it came in. And so it's the same size. Just this original leather is a little floppier, and I kind of wanted something a little bit more stiff. And I love Austen leather, so I decided to go ahead and get this in the red one, which I'm always forgetting what the new red color is. It used to be burgundy, but now it's something else. But I really like how the antiquing goes up over the strap. I really like notebooks with a strap and clip like that. So this is a great notebook for that. Technically, it is a wide size. So it's really made for wide notebooks, wide size notebooks, which could include Moleskines and, oh God, what is the name for that other wide size? I've forgotten, but there is a name for a wide size. Basically, it's a little bit narrower than an A5. And you could probably just fit one notebook in here that's an A5. And I have actually used this one for just one A5 notebook before, but I find that it works much better with wide size notebooks in it. So actually, let's go ahead and transfer. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. I really love the aging there. I was a little hesitant because some people had gotten some with this aged border that looked a little messy, but this looks great. I'm really, really happy with this. And like I said, it's already pre-scratched, so I don't need to worry about it. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer the materials that are in this number 8 into this one. This, I'm probably going to put them back in here, depending on how I like how it sits in here, because this one it's very scratch resistant, whereas this one isn't. And I may need the flexibility of this leather to hold everything I have in here, because I'm using this And this is a new setup, so I haven't actually used it yet, but I plan to use this as a, as sort of like an art journal. And these, okay, so this one is watercolor. So I have two wide inserts that I got off of Etsy. This is has watercolor paper in it, and then the other one has mixed media paper, which is in the back. So let me go ahead and I'll just leave that there so we can see what they look like when they're in there. It'll be interesting to see how this holds up to all this stuff. Oh, I'm having a hard time. Okay. So there is notebook number 1, which is a wide watercolor insert that I just got from a maker on Etsy. And then I have, uh-oh, knocking everything over. And then I have this, I guess it's sort of a wallet insert from, oh goodness, I'm blanking on everybody's name today. But anyway, I'll remember who it is and put it down below. This is also from Etsy. Odd Girl Journals, that's what it is. Odd Girl Journals. And I did end up loosening the elastics a little bit on this one to make everything fit nicely. So we'll see if I have to do that on this one. And then this is an insert with mixed media paper. So I planned to do some watercoloring in here and then also do collage and mixed media on there. And in here I have all kinds of little collage materials. I also have some bubble wrap to make some imprints with that in paint. I have a little burnisher that I can use for rub-ons and things like that. I have this little piece of paper with a needle in it, and the needle is for glue, just in case I need to get this bottle of glue that I have, or I actually have some smaller bottles that I'll probably use for this, but if this little nozzle gets clogged, I can put a needle in there. So that's why I have the needle in there. And then I just have little pieces of ephemera and things that I've made that I can put in mixed media projects. And then in here, I can't believe I haven't shown this on the channel before. And here I have a watercolor travel brush, and then I have a little art toolkit watercolor palette, and then I have some more collage material in these little folders here, and some of which are these little handmade stamps that I've made. And this all seems to fit pretty well in there. And I think I showed you everything. So these 3 inserts is all I had in the other one. Let's see how that holds up. Okay, well that's pretty good. That's pretty good with those. Yeah, that's really nice actually. And then I have this pen, which is an Austen pen from Tactile Turn, and it's just a regular pen, but I put an insert or a refill in here that is archival and waterproof, so that and quite honestly I can't remember which one it is that I have in here right now because I tried a whole bunch of different ones and this was the one that worked best. But the idea is to have a pen that will be waterproof so that I could watercolor over it and do some sketching and that sort of thing. Okay, so that fits perfectly there in that holder and seems to fit well like that. And then in the back pocket of this one, I had all kinds of collage papers. These are all collage papers that I've made with just regular paper, book pages, etc. So I was hoping to use those in collage in here. So I'm gonna see if they fit in the back pocket here as well as they fit in the other one. Seems like they do. Okay, excellent. And then, let's see, do I have any? Yeah, I do have, oh, so I have this because I actually did have an A5 onion skin journal in this notebook just all by itself before. So I might end up doing that with either this one or this one, depending on which one I decide works well for this art purpose. So then in all the pockets here, I have some more collage material. So I have some of my little bird assemblages. So I put those in the top pocket. And even though that other leather is more flexible than this actually works really well for just putting things in there. Okay, the second pocket has some little cards here that I've already made up with collages. And I kind of had them spread out a little bit so that they didn't, so that they have more room in here. So let's see. There's that. And then in the next one, I had some more of the same kind of thing. I think these were animals and then these were butterflies. Okay, so far so good. And then I had little pieces, although I still have little pieces of collage material in that little insert, but I also had little pieces here. So these are just kind of littler pieces that I would put, you know, somewhere where it'd be suitable to put littler pieces of collage papers. So I don't want them to get torn up in here, but I also want them to be visible. So that's everything that was in the other one. And this is quite frankly perfect. There you are. Let me get the old one out of the way. Very beautiful. I'm so glad that they started producing this number 8 in different leathers. I really like, obviously I really like the Austen leather, so it's really nice for this. And what I might do is, because I did distress it and age it, is I might go ahead and use this one as my art journal. I have a problem where sometimes I am a little bit precious with my notebooks. So especially with the Austen leather, which can really get scratched up. Which is why this one was doing pretty well for me for this idea, because it's super durable, but I do like the stiffer leather. So let me see, let me think about it. I'm going to leave this stuff in here for now, and then I'm going to think about it. Oh, and you can see there's a little bit of an indent from that pen clip there. Let's see if I move it a little. No, it's still kind of the same, but this is probably the max amount that you would want to fit in here. And the reason why it's kind of strained is because I have so much in that little zipper insert in there, but it all fits great. I was a little bit worried about it not accommodating as much because it might be too stiff, but it works beautifully. I think my collage papers look really good offset by this color. I don't have anything in here, so I could still put something back there. And then I have this watercolor notebook. I have this with some tools and more collage materials. The only thing that I don't really have, you know, in here is like acrylic paints or something. So what my idea was to just kind of get this out, have, you know, a little contained version of things in here. And then if I wanted to add paint or something, I could either do that at home or I could bring those as additional things. But yeah, that works fantastically. And I really like how that Ultem pen, so Ultem is basically like a really hard plastic, but it's in this color here. And it can come in other colors, but this is sort of the natural color of it. And I really, really love it. And that snap is much easier to snap and unsnap than this one. This one's pretty stiff. Although it may have gotten better now, but it requires quite a bit of, actually let me look at that and see if it is truly a different snap. I don't know, it looks pretty close, so I can't really tell if this is a different brand snap or something, or if they just figured that out somehow. All right, so there we go. That's the number 8 in the Austen leather, and there's the original number 8 compared to that. Super beautiful. I'm really, really happy that I ended up getting this. I'm actually thinking now that, you know, at some point I may stash this other size 8, because it's kind of interesting. This is actually much lighter than this one because the leather is actually fairly hefty on this one. So it might be good to have a lighter leather just generally to be carrying around. Because yeah, that whole package feels much lighter. All right, well, that's all I had for you today. I think I showed you the back already, but if you're thinking about getting the antiquing, go for it, because this is just so beautiful. I kind of like how there's like 3 bigger dots both in front and in back. That's kind of cool. And part of the reason why it took me so long to decide to get this, well, first off, price, which, you know, the sale helped with that. But I was also agonizing over which leather to get, because I also really like the lightest leather, because I do like how it patinas over time, and I do like how the ink looks a little bit reddish on that color, but I just couldn't pass up my favorite red leather. So there we go. Oh, and I did want to say that I am now a Chic Sparrow ambassador. So below you'll find a link to, well, you can use my link to get 10% off. You can only use it once, but you know, better than nothing. And so you can either use the code that I put down below, or you can use the link to get 10% off your order. All right, well, that's all I had for you today. Feel free to subscribe to keep track of future videos on my channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I hope to see you next time, but in the meantime, have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.